All right, everybody. Thank you for coming in. This is my Astro A50x review. And at the end of the review, I will share with you guys all my EQ settings that I've made. Um, I'm not a sound engineer, but I did mess with them long enough to see how they would sound. Um, so I think they sound pretty good. I got a lot of them that sound like the old thumpy Gen 4 A50s. And I was I just thought the honestly that the default EQs just did not cut it. So if you just want to skip to that, I'll include a section in the description with a timestamp where you can just go straight to that. But as for my review, let's get into it. So these headphones are pretty good. I'm very happy with them so far. After using them for one day, probably like 8 to 10 hours total between yesterday and today. I really do like them. I gotta say, they are definitely better than the Gen 4s. Are they worth $400 still? If you're using them on one console, I would say no. You can find just as good wireless headphones um, for a lower price. But again, I love Astro because one, they're just extremely big and extremely comfortable. So that's why I went for them. I've got a big old head, and these are pretty much the only headphones that can fit my head comfortably. So I am using the new microphone on the Astro A50Xs. I think it sounds superb. I'm using this to talk to my friends in game. I'm using this to stream and make videos. And I have a Yeti, and I'm using this over the Yeti mostly for convenience, not because it's better. Um, there will always be that problem that when you use a small microphone like this, that it kind of sounds like you're talking in a can, sort of, or a jar. But like as far as small microphones go, it is superb, really. Definitely one of the better ones that I've heard on a headset, probably in ever. Um, that being said, it's not removable. So if it breaks, you're kind of shit out of luck. You can send it in for warranty if it breaks within the warranty. The warranty is a 2-year warranty. Is a limited warranty. I don't know what the limits of those are, but that's what they say on their website. And yeah, so 2 years, $400. I don't know. It's a tough deal to cut, but there's no negotiating with that, unfortunately. So worst case scenario, you can look at it as paying for high quality headset for $200 a year. Worst case scenario. If it breaks outside of that warranty, hopefully, crossing my fingers, knock on wood, it does not, but we'll see. So otherwise, what's the difference between the Gen 4s and this version? Well, the sound is a lot more crisp and clear. So it's not like many other creators have said, it's not so thumpy. The bass isn't as emphasized, and it's not like you have a subwoofer in your ear. Like you can if you want to, but it's not going to be like that all the time like the Gen 4s were. The directional audio is much more is much better. Is very much improved this on this generation. I was playing Counter-Strike 2 with a friend, and on the first game that we started, we were in the spawn, and he started walking behind me, and I legitimately got scared and turned around because I thought somebody was walking behind me, and I was just like, wow, that's pretty damn cool. So it's pretty good to say the least, and I'm not exaggerating that, but that so if your game has good audio, then the headset will have good audio. Um, Another thing I wanted to talk about was Dolby Atmos. I have tried this headphone or this pair of headphones with Dolby Atmos, Windows Sonic, and off, and I'll be honest, I cannot tell a difference between the three. I think everything is done through the base station, and that's why. And So I don't know. I really cannot tell a difference between the three. I saw somebody on the subreddit say that, oh, the sound sounds distant. It sounds like it's always like a little far, no matter what I do, like everything sounds a little far with Dolby Atmos. But once they turned it on to Windows Sonic, it fixed that sound. And I don't know, I think that maybe there was something wrong with their headset, or they didn't download the Dolby, let me see what Dolby Access app and like link it to their headset. I don't know, because I'll be honest, I very much do not find a difference between any of these three settings. Um, the biggest differences I find are when you mess with the EQs. So these EQs make a huge difference as to how as to your listening experience. So like, let me show you. These are the three default EQs it comes with. Default is just flat, literally nothing. Sound is, I would never use this. I wouldn't even touch this at all. Media, it's okay. It's got a good bass, but I like, it leaves something to be desired when you listen to music. I personally don't like it. So gaming, it's pretty good. You will definitely hear those footsteps. It definitely puts an emphasis on footstep audio, which will be in this range over here. So if you're gaming, I would just stick with this one. Um, I was playing the finals, playing Counter Strike with this setting, and that's when I was like, "Holy shit, somebody's walking right behind me." And like I said, this coupled with the directional audio, the improvement in the directional audio, it is really awesome. Like, it is a huge improvement. You can tell if somebody's up to the right and in front of you, or behind you. You can tell in all those directions, in like a whole sphere around you, basically. You can tell if they're like down to the left and behind you, or in front, all those, every direction, to the left of you on the same level, to the right of you on the same level. If they're directly above you, you hear that. It is great. Um, so that is a huge improvement that I noticed between this pair of headphones, and the last generation pair of headphones. So no complaints there. Um, Again, the default presets leave a little more to be uh, wanted. I wish they came up with some more presets that came with the headphones, so that um, I don't know, because most people don't really know how to mess with EQs and just wouldn't even want to touch that to like, I don't know, some people are scared to mess with this kind of stuff because it seems a little overly complicated. Not everybody, but just some people. Um, and yeah, you can pop your subwoofer too if you don't do it correctly. So, um, but I've made my presets here, and I'll show you those in a second. Um, but yeah, so overall, I think the sound is a big improvement. Footsteps better, directional audio is better. Let's see. You can get that heavy bass feel from the Gen 4s with the new crisp improvements for media and other things. And you also get that amazing omnidirectional audio. So it is, even though they put a lot of emphasis in their marketing on the pass through switch on the base station, there is still an enormous, not enormous, but I would say a giant leap forward in sound quality um, for this headset. And that's my honest review. I bought these by myself. I was not given these headphones like many other creators who have posted reviews and unboxings so far. And I was not given them ahead of time. I just pre-ordered them on the first day, and they happened to come on on yesterday, this past Monday. So I'm just giving you exactly how I see it. I am not a full-on audiophile, but I definitely do like good sounding things, whether that be a home theater or headset. So I've tested many headsets, and for me, I like this because you get an amazing sound with 0 cables and probably what is the most comfortable pair of headphones on the market, in my opinion. I've tried Corsairs, Audacies, um, Bose, Beats. I mean, I wouldn't even consider Beats to be in any category near these headphones, but like I'm just putting it out there because it's one of the biggest mainstream headphone manufacturers. So, comfort wise, you won't beat Astro. I think so, my opinion. Um, yeah, the mic is a huge improvement, as you can tell. Before, it sounded like you were talking through an early 2000s router, like early 2000s in-game VoIP lobby. Like that was the quality of the microphone on the last generation. It was so bad. Um, yeah. So hopefully this one lasts throughout my entire headphones lifespan. On the last generation, that was not the case for me. They broke like I want to say about 2 years, a little under 2 years into the lifespan of my headset, and I had to buy a standalone mic, um, which is sad. It made me sad. It was a bad mic anyway, so it needed to happen. But with this being a better mic, that makes me not want it to happen more. Because I very much like that convenience of just flip up to mute. It's just attached to my headset. I don't have this giant microphone standing in front of my face while I'm gaming and doing other things. So, so yeah, that's my review. I would say that's my whole review. Just to sum it up, better sound, better directional audio, omnidirectional audio. Um, you need EQs in order to get the most out of these headphones. You need a custom EQ. I'll show you mine in a second. And yeah, obviously the pass through works. There is a specific way to set it up for PlayStation for all you PlayStation 5 users who will be buying this headset. I will link uh the Reddit thread to that to those directions in the description of this video because apparently Astro gave the wrong directions in their video and their posts online. So if you are on PlayStation, you got this and it's not working, definitely check the description for that. Microphone's better. You get a lifetime Dolby Atmos subscription, even though I found it made no difference. Okay. Um, and yeah, in short, that's the whole review. Let's get into the EQ. So this is my deep throwback EQ. Throwback as in to the Gen 4s, and deep as in it sounds like it's like a very deep sound, like deep bass, and it hits those like ethereal shoegaze sounds better than the default EQs. I will go through each of these data points one by one and give you a second on each one. Just pause the video as I hover over the data point and enter these values manually on the band. So you see band 1, band 2, band 3. So just go through these boxes at the bottom and enter the values you see in order to make these EQs by yourself. Okay, so here's band 1. Here's band 2. Here's band 3. Here's band 4. Here's band 5. Here's band 6. Here's band 7. Here's band 8. And here's band 9. And here finally is band 10. So this line is just a line of average. It doesn't actually show what the actual EQ is. that will be determined by the bands. So don't worry about what the line says. I know this probably looks crazy to anybody who's an actual audio engineer, but I swear with these headphones it works. Try not to pump your volume all the way up to 100, because I haven't had any problems. I tried it out for a little bit. Mine were fine. But I'm betting with long-term extended use of these bands at max volume could damage your speakers. Long-term, over like chronic use. Okay, so just don't. You can do it like every once in a while, but I would not do it every day. You know. Okay, these three are mostly the same. They're very, yeah. See, they're tweaked very slightly just here at the end. So I'm not gonna go over these three or these two to save some time here. But this is a simple preset if you don't want to mess with all those settings. Okay, so band 1 will be 4.5 decibels. Band 2 will be 3.5. Band 3 will be 2.5. Band 4 will be 2 decibels. Band 5 will be -1 decibels. Band 6 will be -1.5 decibels. Band 7 will be -1 decibels. Band 8 will be 1.5 decibels, +1.5 decibels. Band 9 will be 2.5 decibels. And band 10 will be 4 decibels. Okay, and I forgot to mention, if you want to switch your EQ between this version and the complicated version, just click the advanced box in the top, okay? So check that advanced box if you want to make it look like these versions over here, okay? So I'm going to uncheck it because for this one it's simple. For a high quality EQ, this is very similar to these, but different in some ways. This is for like a deeper, not a deeper, I don't know. This is for like more robust, well-rounded sound. Because you see these ones have some deep valleys. This one's a little more equalized. So band 1, band 2, band 3, band 4, band 5, band 6, band 7, band 8, band 9, and band 10. So again, just click on the band or come down here, click on band 1, and just enter each number as you saw them, as I went through them, in these boxes, and you'll get exactly what this equalizers. I have posted them to the community presets, but Logitech has to approve the posts, and they're seeming to take a long time doing that. So I'm just giving them to you in this video ahead of time, so you guys don't have to wait for that. Okay, this is my friend's Shaq equalizer that he made for me. He talked me through it, actually. And he is, like, an amateur audio engineer. He knows what he's doing. So I'll go through those now. Band 1. Band 2. Band 3. Band 4. Band 5. Band 6. Band 7. Band 8. band 9, and band 10. Okay, those are all the EQs I've been using. These 3 are mostly for music and media, while I would use the gaming EQ, the preset for now, for when you play video games. If you're being competitive. If you're not being competitive, you can use these 2 and they sound amazing. Obviously the sound is better on these deep heavy bass EQs, but if you specifically want to target footsteps, use the gaming EQ, because that is like for competitive FPSs, if you want to hear where they're coming from, or any other kind of competitive game like that. But if you're just like gaming, like chilling, definitely use like these EQs. This EQ that I showed you. This one too, and this one. So, all right, thank you for stopping by, everybody, if you're still here. Really appreciate you guys. You guys said such nice things on my unboxing video, even though I made a bunch of mistakes. I hope you all have a wonderful holiday season, whatever holiday you celebrate. Hope everybody's healthy and happy in your family. And thank you again for watching this video and my last one. Thanks for stopping by, guys. All right. Have a good one. Peace.